In the middle of the field, throw me a bomb, throwing that bitch like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding the bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding me a bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback. Ice on my face, whoa. Bitches tryna chase, whoa. I ain't never flake, whoa. Tell me where to take, whoa. Tell me where to taste, whoa. Grab the duct tape. We not the same game, whoa. Oh, I bang, bang, whoa. With the flying game, whoa. We too insane on these hoes. I took off my mask, you know. They mad on how she below. And the hoes, they fucking the hoes. Big rocks on me, psycho. If you know what I know, how'd you hope? Big cups, I'm sipping flamingo. I was in the spot yesterday with my pops, my grandma still play bingo. Niggas went prime with the game, I don't know why, but we gon' dunk her. Shaking my dress in her face, this bitch a little vibe, put her on my demo. Fuck out there talking, we popping this shit right now, yeah, I was just zombie, boy, I can't feel myself, oh yeah. She used to train the type of song trying to pop, oh yeah. Ooh, hit it one time, then I'm out. Hit it one time, then I'm out. Fuck all these bitches in box, all of these hoes are hot. Ooh, I'm walking around with a lot, pockets they fill with them knots. Bitch, just need pictures, I don't give a fuck about much. I think I need me an ice spice, yeah, I want me a munch. In the middle of the field, throw me a bomb, throwing that bitch like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding the bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding me a bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback.
Yeah, throw it like 12, just so you know we don't fuck with 12. Not in this bitch by myself, but I'm by myself. They got money on your top, who say you can't buy help? I'm feeling like Joe or something, like Terror Squad, we blowing something. She popping them 30s, thinking they working, but they ain't doing nothing. She doing Ozempic, trying to be different, trying to be a newer woman. That shit look if you need a dick, you needed to move some. Like improve some, just don't you remove nothing. Grip like a zoo jumping, we got reggae too bumping. I need me two coming, double quick drumming. I keep a full drumming, never know what fool's coming.
In the middle of the field, throw me a bomb, throwing that bitch like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding the bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback. Standing in the field, holding me a bomb, throwing that hoe like quarterback.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I see money, I see money, I see bodies, I see dead niggas, yeah. I see bodies, per 10, different watches, being 10. Shit, I got it, hydro, throwing foes, cut them niggas, cut the salad. SIT got pink, see, double cup got pink, pink diamond my pink, peace love on the MG.
Pink tape, 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 pink tape. One lamb, 3 straights, red bone, pink face, vacate, pink lake, double cup, pink drink, fast race, less race, sex date, frosted flake, Tony Tiger, great, coloring in, came with a carpet in it, 762 came with carbon in it, I am becoming a narcissist.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
I'm jumping out drugs, I'm jumping out drugs.
Don't do that, my nigga.
Verse in that motherfucker, no back. I took my ass back to Atlanta. Back to my sticks, back to my hands, back to my bitch, back to my shot. Rolling around, yeah, I'm on 2 miles. Rolling them out, rolling on this. Bitch just see me a threat, I told her bet. I told you, baby, I'm not regular. I pushed that button, had my op on Good Morning America. Jumping, playing, hope you stand, hope I'm embarrassed. Niggas be switching side, hold up, they like lesbians. I'm in the cake, home fan, here in the night. Whole lot of bitches fuck on that, I grab the guitar and rack up. Whole lot of hoes wanna fuck up us, I fuck the guitar and rack up.
I still left with 3 hoes and stuffed them in a Rari. Me like 10 million off V-Long, shout out to Barry. I can fuck around, go deep, boys, just like I'm Cuddy. Tried to fight, pouring up syrup, I had to pick my battles. Tryna break the money machine, the only thing that matter. I ain't tricking on no thoughts, you fuck the whole game. Double O and XO, we got the same chain. I can't see none of they hate, my money stack too tall. Made some mistakes, but none of my diamonds got flaws. Since I tie my ties, I feel like I'm a butter law.
Good morning, chat.
I'm a rock star, no band, my Drake on my guitar.
Good morning, good morning.
Gotta keep my fire, my whole life I've been walking through it. Send a bitch through immigration, I need something foreign. Wake up to the moon, I go to sleep, the sun showing.
Bitch, I really do it. Oh, I really do it. In my cup, that's codeine, dirty fluid. I been going crazy. Bitch, I really do it. In my cup, double cup, dirty fluid. Me and my shooter related. I'm in the bitch and I'm lazy. This shit got me talking lazy. I'm from the flick, I'm crazy. I'm from the flick, in the shady. I'm in the dick on base. Hit scratch when that base. Hit scratch when that base. Jump in the plane, hope he stand, hope I'm best. Nigga be switching side, they like lesbians. I'm in the cape.
Yeah, we have a double red day today. Double red folders today, man. We got ADP non-farm employment change 8:15, so in 5 minutes, and then we got ISM services PMI. Okay, so we got quite a bit going on. What's up, Mason? What's up, you? Come for the vibe today. All right. Watch me rock out. All right. Pure discipline. Let's go. All right. Wait, last thing. I gotta open up the Zoom and then we'll be ready. All right, okay, chat. So we have news in like 5 minutes here, or 4 minutes here now. So it's ISM, or no, it's ADP non-farm employment change, and I think what you have later on is ISM services PMI at 10. So double folder day. We'll see, you know, how much volume ADP comes, but I think or brings, but I think ISM services might be the one that actually drives it a bit more, but the earlier the better, right? So if we can move at 8:15, it'll be nice for 8:30, and we can get a trade before 9, maybe before 8:30. But it looks pretty good from where it is right now. Yeah, like some decent volume picking up a little bit. You are like stuck in this kind of range though. I think that happened during Asian, right? Asian all the way up until now. So yeah, slowly coming down. What happened yesterday? So yesterday range went up, came down for New York. Yes, yesterday came down for New York, and then range, and then continuation. So why is it playing this? Must be on lo-fi. All right. But yeah, yesterday you came down and then you ranged, right, for a bit, and then you have like a slight continuation. You came down to re-break yesterday's low. So question becomes, is this gonna continue? Right? We are tapping the lecandle body for the first time here. So right around here is the lecandle body reaction that you do have. But you got it yesterday as well. Or no, you got it on Monday, right? Monday I already gave you that body reaction. You came back up, rejected off of it. Now you're retesting the lows and you broke it. So if this is your daily leg candle, how you could continue down is if you stay below the yellow zone, right? So as the daily starts to stay below 44.59 below these areas, as you stay below there, right? On a smaller time frame, you'll see closures below and holds below there, but then that will lead to the leg candle fill. So that is still a possibility of filling, right? That this candle was from, I think, Friday, right? Thursday, or I lied, Thursday. So you're coming back down to fill it, or coming back down for the potential leg candle fill now, right? It's just a matter if we can hold below 44.58. So this is the zone right here. I'll mark that up real quick, right? And then let's drop down to like the smaller time frame, and you'll see what I mean. Like you see how in the smaller time frame now, like on the 1 and the 4, there's some type of support here at these areas, right? So right now, you don't really have like anything too clear in this area, especially like here where you rejected middle of nowhere, and then this is re-breaking this low, but was this actually a support zone, right? Because it looks like your cleaner traffic area is likely going to be below here, below like 44.23. So we can mark up this area as well as a zone, and then say, okay, cool. Like if price ends up, why does it keep queuing your stuff? Anyways, we can say that if price can break below 44.23, below there you can look to mirror the traffic to the left, which is here, right? So you'd be coming down towards these zones. But this between 44.54 and like 44.23 could be a little difficult, just because one, this rejected already. All right, this broke the lows yesterday, so if you re-break these lows, you could get a move down. But how much is this move from here down? This is 150. It's not bad. It's doable, but I would like to see more structure, right? So if you can come up for more structure and then come down, this would be a lot better of an idea. I just don't know how much of a clean traffic push you have below 440, right down towards 44.23. But this is your daily leg candle body reaction area, right? 44.54. So that's your key area. If you can stay below there, then the move could take you down towards 44.23, and then we'll start looking for ideas below 44.23. Otherwise, if you get a top wick, right? So if price decides to come back up to the top of the range like this, right? Gives you like top wicks, breaks the highs even, right? Because this is like coming down, but it's like there's no structure here. So this can easily be corrected at any given point. If this were to happen, we're not looking for buys yet, but what we'll do is we'll let price figure out what it wants to do here. And then if it decides to come back into the range below 44.54, we can look for continuations down. Otherwise, this move up here, there won't be buys until you're looking at probably 45.20, maybe 45.11. How much is this range here? Here up is 520, like up above these areas, right? Because that's when structure breaks. Maybe earlier if you get like a bit of structure coming up too, like if you decide to come up and create higher lows, right, you can start shifting the zones further down. So then you can start looking for ideas like within these areas going up instead at like 44.90. But until then, you need some structure to confirm that this is bullish, right? Because this move is coming down from, I think, Sunday or Tuesday and then Friday last week, right? You had this, and yesterday we were trying to figure out if this is like a lower high or are we gonna come back up, all right? Because if you came back up, then this low would have been held and this would have been a higher low and you would have gone up. But yesterday didn't do that. Yesterday came down to mirror the entire range, right? And then this also broke the lows too. So this could be lower highs, right? And if you zoom out again, you go back on the 4, you're gonna see that it's also the same range we have here. So we got a range here right after a bearish move, right? So this is any of these zones up here, any of these areas here could be lower highs, right? Lower highs to just continue down following this move, right? This is still bearish. And if you zoom out again, because this is only the 4, but if you zoom out now to the daily, you're gonna see the same thing on the daily. Like the daily's been coming down since the beginning of the year. So you had this massive move down, you had a pullback, right? But these could just be lower highs, and lower highs, right? So you have some mini lower highs there, slowly coming down on the daily, and you have a huge wick fill here in the weekly. So going back on the weekly again, weekly right here is a leg candle fill, right? So you got the body reaction already. I think last week, you came back up, and that's the same thing. So daily and weekly are very similar in that way, where there are two of the same leg candles, and obviously the daily leads to the weekly. All right, if you fill the daily leg candle, it's down here. If you break this low, you're now below the weekly body area, and if you stay below there, you can look to fill the rest of the range down towards 40 or 4,000, 4,100. Right, still a long way to go, but we got to worry about the daily first, right? That's the daily zone right now. News just came out, I think 3 minutes ago, so not much has happened. You have news at 10 as well, but now it's just about 44.54. So if you can stay below 44.54, I don't know if we'll be getting ideas from here to here, but below 44.23, maybe below here only if you get structure, and that's it. Those are my ideas today. Right, buys are just kind of far, so I won't be talking much about buys until price drives up like 500 pips or something here. Until then, this is just a matter of if we have enough liquidity to drive down. I also mentioned yesterday during the Asian session, I think I mentioned how you have liquidity about wicks. It could be that as well. Is that liquidity about wicks is just basically when you drive without grabbing, like you won't see like steep top wicks, like you won't see stuff like this occurring, right? Let's say like this, like you won't see like top wicks that breaks the highs before coming down. Instead, you just start seeing like small lower highs on the way down, like kind of how you have it right here, which could lead to a eventual discontinuation, because these are just also lower highs as well. That's forming too, right? At the same time, minor ones, like they're not breaking any structure, they're not doing anything significant. It would be nice if you get like liquidity, but it can also just drop without grabbing liquidity as well, right? But I'm assuming next clean traffic push is going to be below here. So we also have those ideas as well at 44.23. And I think that's it, chat. I think those would be my ideas. Yeah, I don't know what else we'll do. I think that's it. I'm just trying to determine also if this is an invisible candle. I think it was more so of this though. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna mark this up in MT5 again. So 45.11, 44.54, and 44.23. And let's see what else we can add that to that. 45.11, 45, 44.54. And then what else? This is the daily, right? Okay, so that's the daily. Leave it there. And then 44.23. It's right there. And then what else do we got? Oh yeah, below here, right? 44.70, 43.73, which is the daily leg candle fill. So we'll have that. And I think I can replace these with like minor zones instead. So 5.4 and 23. You know what? Let's just do this one. 23. All right, chat. So 45.11, right? Above there, like I want to see continuations up. So I want to see buys above that zone. 44.54 till 44.23 could be a little tough. So there's not much I'm going to do there. It's kind of like yesterday where you kind of have to watch price drive down here, 320 pips, right? So I won't be part of that sell. And unless you get structure first. If you get structure first, then I'll look to be part of it, right? But that's going to need to come up first before continuing. And then below 44.23, we can just take continuation. So basically, if price decides to just continue down like this, we'll look for sells below there. So below here, We'll start looking for ideas coming down towards 43.73, and that is the range that I got. So this is like a 450 pip range. And also wick entry sells, I just thought of that idea. It could be possible, but you're gonna need to pull back up, right? Especially if these are very small of like the lower highs. We don't know if these are the actual lower highs yet, or if we're gonna come up again. If for some reason price comes up again towards that zone, we'll look for wick entry sells, and that will be likely between, I'll say, this area in yellow. So between here, anywhere between like 44.97 to 45.08 is gonna be the wick entry sell zones if you come up. Right? We don't know if it's gonna come up from here or down, but if it comes up first, this could very likely still be a lower high, right? So it can come up, lower high, just to continue back down. It's been doing the same thing here and here, right? But if this decides to rip down first without grabbing that top wick, or let's say makes a mini one, and then just continues going down, then we'll just opt for the sells, continuation sells, right below here. All right, chat. So yeah, that's also not the idea too. What's up, Cookie? What's up, Bezo? What's up, Reggie? Discord chat is DVSO1, so that's what Benzo's talking about. What did News even do here? It just kind of popped down here, like small move. 35 pivots, picking up a little bit here. You have comics open as well. See what that does. $130 a month. Yeah, I think it's 120. Yeah, 130 a month basically. Unless you got DVSO too, and then you're just saving you're getting like basically 2 years of free DVSO 1. Chat, how was Asian last night? Did you guys trade it? Actually, I saw you guys trade it. It was short lived though, right? Yeah, 9 p.m. Or Penta got like 3 trades in it. No trades for you, Reggie. It's all good. That's what you got. Nice. 70. You got a 65. Oh yeah, you also got break even up here. Not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. Asians false hope. You think so? Asians hit or miss. Sometimes it moves like the whole session. Sometimes it's just like a couple minutes into the session. I also gotta draw these zones right here. Just make sure I got that. I think London's more consistent throughout the year, but Asian, like quarter 3 usually, it's like every day you get one move. So it's about to be quarter 3 around this time of the year, like summer, spring, summer is when it picks up for Asian. I don't know why, but that seems to be around the time it moves the most in. And in London is like throughout the year. I think London's a winter thing, to be honest with you. With London is like, it usually peaks around like quarter 4, I think. So it's like a winter thing. And New York, everyday thing. The most consistent. I had 4 positions last night, 2 wins, 2 Bs, 4 positions. Damn. That's more than my last 2 weeks. Rolling. Who is that? Oh, that's a football team? Oh, no, that's tennis. No, I don't watch tennis. I don't even know, like, 2 dudes. Roger Federer and the other guy. Fuck, I forgot his name. Starts with a D. Oh, who won yesterday? Did Vegas win? Or Carolina? Holy, Vegas won yesterday? You got the Spurs final say too. Chat 8:30 here. Let's see. We need some volume, man. Am I gonna watch the World Cup? Not in the US, in Canada. Chat, who you guys got winning the World Cup? Still no trade? No, no trades this week, man. Monday, no trades. Tuesday, no trades. Today, I mean, I've been saying yesterday and today both have potential. So we'll see how today goes. But, no, we haven't had trades since the 27th. I think that was Thursday. Spain? Doesn't Spain have the highest odds? Damn, Ronaldo going to retire with no World Cup. You got Atlanta win the World Cup? Word.
None of the ops rich, we catch them on ticks and hit them in the chase. Treating this hoe like a bitch, look like a dog, tell the whole bitch. Talking to all my hoes, you tell my tan, my name her wrist. I've been busting on his eye hole, she live in the city.
Damn, Benzo wants all the smoke.
Niggas be popping their in, they catch me live and take off his
We're not retiring until 1,000 goals. How many years does he have left? Yo, this thing is flipping. Flipping. LeBron of soccer. Ovechkin of hockey. That guy won't retire as well. I think he had another 10 years in him. The minute's not bad. Let's see. The minute is not bad. More lower highs, to be honest with you. But this right here, if you look at it, it did break structure a bit. So on the way down here, this did come up, break the highs, like broke structure, right? It wasn't really following this. And now it's coming back to re-break. So like this area might be a little difficult, but once you push through here, we could get through here if we do get top wick, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. Five lay, yep. Let's see. Let's see what the market does today. Let's see. Hopefully it's not dry the rest of the day. What do I want to play right now? What do I want? I'm so limited because everything gets copyrighted or gets shut down. Backrooms. Oh shit, chat! I watched Backrooms yesterday. You guys watch that yet? Anyone watch Back Rooms? You said 6 out of 10. I kind of liked it. I think I gave it like an 8. 8 out of 10. It was like a little long. And some scenes were like kind of stretched. But I think the idea was cool. There was like one pop-up. Oh, here we go. What's up, Emmanuel? You're back. You're back, I see. I was wondering if daily leg candle wick fill is doable today since it didn't push on Monday. You're wondering if the daily leg candle is doable today since it didn't push on Monday. Yeah, so you know there's a method for that to tell like when it's actually gonna push. Like the idea of a leg candle isn't just to look at a leg candle and assume it's gonna drive. You don't want to just assume it's gonna drive because that's like any other candle. Like there's nothing spectacular or nothing like extra that you're doing. It's like saying a wick fill, right? You can have a wick fill for like 1967 and be like, oh, we gotta fill that wick for what, right? What's the reason? So it's the same thing for the leg candle. If we were to say about the leg candle, there's nothing unique about a leg candle. The exact thing we're looking for in the leg candle is the formation. So you need that to form. And if you don't have that formed, then you're not going to get the leg candle fill. The good thing is it broke the lows, right? It broke the lows again. You got the body reaction already. Now you broke the lows. And now it's just a matter if you can stay below. So I have that zone at like here. I think where we are right now, 45, 44. If you could continue to stay below there, we're good. But then you got this range that might be a little difficult. So this range I'm not looking to be part of unless you get some type of top wick or something. And as you break back into the range here, we'll start looking for cells below here, and then that's your leg candle fill. Right, but you need like that formation to print first. Like you need to actually close below, hold, and all of that for the leg candle to actually work. Otherwise, it's just like any other candle. So it's not that, you know, just because it didn't push Monday, today, or tomorrow, like it should happen. Like it might reject again, right? It could come up. It could happen like next week, next month, but it might not happen immediately. I use Blueberry as of right now. What's up, user? I was waiting for that first, but I'm thinking it could be today. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. If it breaks below 44.23, you can look for that leg candle fill. That's what I'm looking for. But between like here and here, I don't have much right now. is so quiet? Yeah, is that loud? The music? Is that loud on your end? All right. Chat, is that loud? The music loud or is it good? Let me know. Cause I can't tell. Playing differently out of my ear. Yo, am I muted, chat? Hello? Chat, is this loud or is it like good? Like the volume level? Like, let me know. Cause I think a couple days ago it was like loud and someone was complaining about it. I'm loud in the music. Alright, cool, thank you. Put it in slow mode. I might have to, man. Damn. This chat moving way too fast today. Hold on, let's go slow mode. Put that on. What's timestamp? Shockingly. Here, let's put slow mode on. Prefer no music? Someone in chat said I can't make everyone happy, man. I play lo-fi, it's too quiet. Or it's too, you know, too just sleepy. And I can't play certain songs too, so. Wait, Herman, are you the Bing Bong guy? Is that you or is that someone else in the chat that was the Bing Bong guy? You're the Bing Bong guy? Chat, y'all know who? You guys know the Bing Bong guy? Bing Bong. Or hold on. Y'all know the Bing Bong guy?
Just know upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
If you see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard.
This you?
Bing bong. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
If you see these dogs in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard.
Yo, we have a celebrity in the chat. We got A-list celebrity in the chat. I learned from him, and many act like they did it themselves. Fuck him. I always give credit to him. To good people, I talk. I mean, true. Facts. I always give credit to Steve Morrow, Q Banks, Roger Banks. How come they're both named Banks? And then Uncle Ted. Because without them, I wouldn't have been able to read the charts the way I do. In that exact order. What's the bias? Bearish? Bias for me today is I'll say bearish. Bearish, but the next move I'm looking for is top wick. And I don't know if that top wick is actually gonna flip. But that is what I want to see next for it to continue bearish. And you're getting that right now, chat. You actually might get a wick entry here. If we make our way up towards 44.98. That's like a 320 pip pop up. So we could get a wick entry sell if you shoot straight up here. How's the volume looking here? Picking up? Wait, when was Bing Bong? Like 2 years ago? 2024? Or 23? I'm an only child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather. Or is it 22? The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents 22? Holy. I'm looking back at them. We're in New York for Bing Bong. That was 22. When did her loss drop? Her loss 22. Wow. Damn, W Watcher. 2022 Watcher. W Herman. 1 hour left. Oh, let's see. Maybe. You might be onto something. Let's see. This is not bad, chat. Like, even if you don't get the top wick entry, and let's say you come back down to retest the lows now, back into the range, you can start looking for ideas in this area. I like to see it come up a little more though, like 76 would be nice. But if you can get a 76 then back down, that'll be the continuation. Been so paranoid that nothing in this world seems coincidental. Yeah. Our brother sold his chain the other day and said that someone snatched it. I'm still Let's see. Shit, it got me so distracted.
I think he's so desperate and our life is going fantastic. He don't have the heart to come and tell us he pawned it for cash. Even his baby mama been saying he been moving backwards. To me, he sold the only thing that has ever mattered. I can never forgive such a nefarious action. I'm still healing my own traumas. I've barely adapted. This new toxic shit I'm dropping is gonna spin to
130.
Yeah. I really make the roughest days in life look very relaxing. I don't do psychedelics because I'm too scared. Please don't ask. Doing well, dog.
Hey, how you doing? I'm glad to be your DJ. First up, I'm taking you back to 2025.
Can you clarify DRL for higher time frame, lower time frame? Yep. Higher time frame, we're in like range / liquidity because of this, and then you had to drive down, and then you had a range, then you had liquidity, right? And then on a small time frame, we are in range. We're in range. Like this is one range. Even though it's kind of coming down slowly, I'll stay still in range. And you need to kind of break out this range in order to get volume, or do something different compared to what's been doing this range, which is just giving you these moves down, pullbacks, moves down, pullback, continuation, pullback, right? It's been very slow on the way down. So that's why we want to see the top wick. We get that top wick, it does something different. It actually breaks the structure. And that's like the first time where it actually does something different coming down, which means that a move should come, or something else should come, rather than just like constant slow motion move down like it has been going. So you want to see that break. Holy. Why don't you use order flow confluence? Would be a good add-on. I just never had a reason. Everything that I've like added to my strategy over the years has been just through like personal testing. Like none of it has been through like it's just been through experience. Like over the years, like I've noticed drive range liquidity, which led me to looking at liquidity a certain way, or looking at market cycles a certain way. Like order flow I could add. I don't even know what it is. But I wouldn't know how to get there. Like everything that I added, I got to that point. Like I built up to that point. It started with market structure, and then started with range 1 fakeouts, and then range 2 fakeouts, and then, you know, like over the years we just evolved it to a point where it is now. Whereas if I just add something that I don't like, I've never heard of or never used, it's just like I'm missing a huge blank. It's like it's there, but it's like getting like a hairline repaint. You know, when you go get a haircut and then like you ask the barber to repaint your hairline, that's what that is. Like you're missing a lot of context. Like you remove that paint, your hairline's gone. It's like there's just no build up. Like you're missing a lot of depth to it. Not like I don't think order flow or confluent or order flow or like order blocks or any of that stuff is like it doesn't work. I just never got to that point. And your order flow could be my resistance or my drive range liquidity, whatever it is. There's just never a reason. Let's see, for opening here. I know I'm the GOAT though, bro. Your pencil's about to go 1 year, chat, without a loss in 17 days. June 20th, 1 year with no loss. Like I'm not talking about a losing day. I'm talking about a trade. Like he hasn't lost a trade in a year. You putting pressure on you? Bro, you good, bro. You took like 3 trades last night during Asian. Order flow is like you see much liquidity. It's like you see it in order blocks, and you can, and there you can watch out for the drives, which trend dominates the market, like how much seller or buyers. So it's like similar to like how I view it as like drive range liquidity then, right? Because drive range liquidity is like similar where you can see the drives, the ranges, and the liquidity. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Order flow. Yeah. Like, I think I've seen these before. I think I've seen, not this, I've seen like something like this before. Yeah, I think it's data for sure. Like it's info. It's an indicator. It's like, yeah, it's an indicator. It's like using, if I were to draw a fib on my screen, it's like I would draw the fib, but then like, okay, how do I take positions with the fib now? Right, like you can draw a fib all day, but then you gotta figure out like if it's gonna be a 61.8, if it's going to be a 38.2 or if it's going to be a 50 on a Fibonacci retracement. And then same with this, like you can have the order flows on, and then it's going to show you like where everyone's kind of like buying and selling, right? It's like the flow of the charts and what's more dominant. But then again, like, can you just look at price action and be like, oh yeah, it's selling? Like, this is selling, right? I don't think we need an indicator to look at that. And then we can kind of see where it's like more struggling at. No? Is that the same? Yeah, I don't know. Because I just look at it from a price action standpoint. Like, I feel like all the answers can come from this. Looking at just price action.
Kanye West doing it right. Coming next, I got Little Batch from just the last few years. ASAP Rocky first.
Both eyes closed. Whole bound round, but the tide slow. Both eyes closed. One way down a wide road. Both eyes closed. And I'm high off the hydro. Both eyes closed.
Going one way down a wide road. Both eyes closed. Whole bound round, but the tide slow. Both eyes closed. One way down a wide road. Both eyes closed. Eyes closed. Going one way down a wide road, both eyes closed. Whole bound drown, but the tide slow, both eyes closed. One way down a wide road, both eyes closed. And I'm high off the hydro, both eyes closed. Anytime I get a chance to hit, man, I'm sick. Seen some shit that made me cry, baby died from genocide. Middle finger to the man, fuck the clan, I know you hate my kind. God tell me why my kind gotta suffer worldwide. Mama tell me why you slaying pies just make it by. Papa tell me why you doing time and commit no crime. Hey man for themself on from that's high man. Ain't shit changed, might have hit a stain every now and then. Going one way down a wide road, both eyes closed. Whole bound drown, but the tide slow, both eyes closed. One way down a wide road, both eyes closed. And I'm high off the hydro, both eyes closed. Going one way down a wide road, both eyes closed. Whole bound drown, but the tide slow, both eyes closed. One way down a wide road, both eyes closed. And I'm high off the hydro, both eyes closed. House packed out when I perform. Sold out the phone, niggas ride the wave, no aquaform.
Oh, I'm mudded. I was saying, like, I feel like the only indicator I use is candles, right? Because candles are an indicator, so that tells me like where it's going, how strong, how weak. Compared to like, I feel like if you drop like an indicator on it to tell you kind of where it's gonna go, you're missing out on a lot of questions. Is kind of what I was trying to say. Like, you're not asking yourself enough questions to get into the trade. It's like, oh, order flow, and like a lot of people are like, well, you can add different confluences, right? Which, like, different indicator influences, you can stack a bunch of them on top of each other and then come up with an idea. Which is why I like Ichimoku when I used it, because I had like a bunch of different things. It had the crossover, and then it had the clouds. Like when it breaks out the clouds, it shows like clean traffic, right? But then you remove it, and then now you can see where it's gonna go without the indicator. It's all personal preference. Check, new 4 opening here. This thing is... How's it closing? I think we're closing bullish here. I wouldn't say above the range though. This is still slightly... Like, you're closing below here. So that could mean that we're breaking below here, but there's still a huge area here that like you want to see break, like this area here. Because even though it broke here like earlier, it didn't drive through, right? So it's still struggling somewhere, which you can say is here, but we haven't tapped that yet. So I don't know if that's where it's actually rejecting off of. And then same thing goes up here. If you drop from here to here, going across, you're still closing bullish, respecting it. But you're closing bullish. So you could start the candle off by coming up first for a top wick. And then once you get a top wick, as you flip bearish, you can start to make your way back down to fill the range. So we'll see where that goes. But if you can get a top wick that breaks up into these areas, 44.79. How much is this? This is 170. And then you flip. You can start looking towards the flip to continue down. Right? But that's still 200 pips to go. Like roughly 180 up. And then a small time from what's going to happen is just that top wick. That structure we mentioned earlier. You'll come up like this. Right? And then if you shift back into the range, below here ourselves. And that's your 1 hour top wick, 4 hour top wick.
She miss me all caps. God, it ain't better than that. What's up with life? It's lit, but I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that. I know it get better than that.
I'm taking a sell now. 4462. What do you think? I think just be careful of the 1 hour opening, like the 4 opening for the top wick, and then once that's out the way, you should be good. So if this flips here, I think that takes you down towards, you have a minor zone of 50. What do you have? 5-1? Oh no, you have a 6-2. Yeah, you'll be good. Once you flip, you'll be good. It's just like how far is this top wick, right? It's a bullish candle. That closed bullish, but holding below support or the resistance.
Trying to get back on the nets. I'm trying to get back in the flesh. Yeah.
Answer, please. What do you want me to answer? What I miss? That was your first chat, man. Orderflow is a whole ecosystem. You combine it with auction market theory. It is actually the nature of the market, like the interaction between sellers and buyers. It is not an indicator. So you telling me candlesticks are not an indicator as well? Because without candlesticks, like, it's all an indicator, no? Candlesticks are an indicator too. It indicates where it's going. But what's auction market theory? I've never heard of that one. That's actually a new one. Auction market theory? You ever heard of lecandle theory or the celery theory? Or the onion play? Price action is all volume. Order flow shows the volume. Maybe I don't trade price action. In my head, what I think price action is just I'm looking at candles. So I'm looking at just purely candles. And I've always said price action because I thought price action was like dead ass just naked charts. So maybe I don't trade price action. Maybe I trade, I don't know, we need a name for it, because whenever people ask what I trade, it's like we're looking at candles and market structure, support and resistance, and we're waiting for volume to come in the markets. And then once that comes in the markets, we'll have like ideas that flow. So maybe I don't trade price action this whole time. I'm trading a DVS strat. DVS strategy. That's what we're trading. But what is price action then? Hold on. Have I been lied to by my mentors? Because what is price action actually? What is price action? Let's watch a video. Quick video.
Alright, so what is price action? As I have already mentioned, price action is a misunderstood concept. And I think the most simple way to actually think about price action is that price action is about how the price is moving now. So price action is when we really zoom in on the chart and take a look at what is the current candle doing, or what are the last couple of candles doing. So for example, on this image right here, price action is not about, you know, finding our support and resistance levels. Price action is more about how the price is reacting to said levels.
Bro, I do not trade price action then. What do I trade?
So for example, if you take a look at this reaction right here of support, you can see that it's very different compared to this reaction right here. And this reaction of resistance is very different from this little reaction right here. And price action is about understanding these small details and how we can use these details to make better trading decisions. And this right here is very important. Price action is micro.
I don't trade price action, chat. We don't trade price action then. Fuck, I gotta stop saying price action. You see how like there's just like a million terms to describe a million things? Like he was talking about micro versus macro. Like micro is price action, macro is... fuck, I didn't know what he said, but... I guess we don't trade price action. But you know how like when you first started trading, chat? And then like you're like on like for the first time ever, you're brand new with trading and you're looking at your MT5 for the first time and you're just like, okay, like you don't know what you're looking at, but you're looking at the charts and you're trying to see where it's going, either up, down, and then you're like, how is it going up? How is it going down? Where is it kind of going to? You're asking yourself a million questions. So those are, and my first day of trading, I spent asking a million questions. Like I was on the minute chart for 8 hours straight. So I was looking at that shit all day long. And all the questions that I asked on my first day, I've received answers for as I continue to trade for the next 8 years. But it was my questions that I was asking, because everything that I was asking was things that I was wondering, not what someone else is wondering. Because that's where I was at in my trading, right? Because if you try to answer someone else's questions into what this is, what that is, you're not at the same level as them. They could be well ahead of you, like well behind you in their trading career, whatever it is, but it's not the same depth that they're asking that question or giving you that answer for. So like, that's kind of how my trading has been over the 8 years. It's just been like, it's like kind of how it was in day one of trading, where I have a million questions and I'm just trying to find those answers throughout the years, but they're all my questions. And then each time you get a new answer, you know, it opens the doors up for like a million other questions. And now it's just like a constant game of like trying to find the answers, and that never ends. But that's how I got to where I got my strategy. So either if it's like price action or market structure or like Fibonacci retracement that I use or anything that I use over the years, like it led me to the next point in my strategy, but kind of through just my own like experience. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we even trade price action then. I've been saying that for like 6 years now on stream. But that's why we journal and everything, right? Because like I don't know what answers I would need like later on in my career, later on like as we continue to trade. but I know they'll be useful because I always come back to it. Everything you do in trading, it cycles back to it. Like the first time I started trading, I was looking for wick entry ideas, like first time ever. But I wasn't looking for like the wick entries I'm looking for today. I was looking for like literally like the top of the market taps. So if you were to go up, tap the zone, I'll look for a wick entry sell. Like, you know, everyone's dream risk to reward ratio, you'll be in a position looking like this, right? Like this is what I was trading when I first started trading. 6 years later, we rotate back to taking wick entries. But now, instead of just like blindly looking for a wick entry, we understood how it goes up in order to take a wick entry, because now we can tell what's valid versus what's not valid. So that's like using an indicator. Or like, let's say if you were to look at leg candles without realizing what leg candles were, and you were just saying, oh, there's a wick fill there, there's a leg candle there. It's like, how are you getting to that leg candle is more important than the actual leg candle fill, because that's what's going to give you the idea of what's actually going to happen. It's not the same every time though. Like you going up like this versus you going up like this, right? There's a higher chance you are to break. So you like, going back to that leg candle answer I gave earlier, like it's more so like how it's actually reacting. I've never heard of auction market theory though. That's something new. But I'm assuming that's, what did he say it was? He said it was something about being able to tell when there's long versus shorts. The interaction between sellers and buyers. Please check 30. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at this chat. I'm just waiting for volume here, but it looks like the daily or the 4 opened up top wick, and now you're flipping. Congrats, whoever got in at 6-2. Your position is now filled. And then now it's just if you can break below 5-4. Yeah, it's not bad. I would have liked it if it came up a little steeper for a top wick, but we can always now take the second re-break below here instead, because now you have that extra bit of structure here that just happened. So let's see how this comes down. Lead price action. Lead traders. Yeah, I need some volume, man. I feel like we haven't had volume in like 3 days for NY session. Check 30-minute possible retrace up to continue up on the higher time frame. What do you think after news? News at 10, right? Chat, 4 minutes to news. Almost forgot. And then you said possible 30 retrace continue up on higher time frame. What do you think after news? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think news is expected to come out. News is expected to come out. Actual grade and forecast is good for currency. So actual grade and forecast is good for currency. They're expecting good numbers. 53.7 over 53.6. So if they're expecting that, like likely gold is to continue down. But we gotta wait to see how numbers actually come out here. Chat, we're starting to glitch here. Hold on. What is this? Not bad. This move down is a little sharper than these ones, so let's see. So nothing here, right? We're gonna let this drop 150 pips. We're gonna watch it drop 150 pips. Unless you're part of it.
Chocolate Cinderella, trap off a track trailer, blue paper stuck together, bad bitch gon' fuck my bezel.
And then you have a monitor zone thing right here. 33.
Way to close it out, Future. Kind of a driving vibe coming next. First up,
driving vibe?
Kick Out from Travis Scott. I noticed it's not in your recent listings. Maybe you missed it.
Jack boys too. Come up out that watch. Come up out that bracelet. Don't buck, nigga. Don't be
I might get copyright for this one. Actually, no, it's not that one. Might be good.
Pussy.
150 bag from 4462. Thanks, bro. Good shit, man. You had the 6-1 entry, right? Or 6-2? Nice. 4-hour flip. And you're already in, so that's how it gets out the way. You are good to go, my friend. Day traders could actually possibly shake the trading industry, you know? The retail trading industry, for sure. For sure.
On my couch, I think I'm Lenny. Now we bust them to the lake, I think I'm Jenny. Down the block, seeing them return to results from pushing pennies. That's on job. Only book that's in my crib is the Guineas. How long can these records spin till infinity?
Oh God. 21. 21. Whoa.
What'd you ask, Pencil? Oh, what my lots be actually? Let me answer that one. My lots are gonna be, if we get sells, chat, below 33, I think same stops as we had like last week. So 17,681, 46.10 is what we use. Which AI today is better? I like this one, man. This is my favorite one. Yo, I might get copyrighted, man. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What are you looking at take? Below 33 sells. Maybe below between 5.4 and 33 if you get top wicks. There could even be below here if you get a push down, break the lows, and you pull back. The only issue is that it's a very small range to the next support. It's like 49 pips. So if you could like break the lows and pull back, you'll leave a wick. I'll look for something below, but it's just like you might have some type of yeah, you might have a very small range coming down there. Let's see. Still doable, but this whole drop, we're gonna let it drop, right? We want to see that come down and break the lows. Can hold sell some 4451? Can you hold cells? Can you? You think you have the balls in you to hold it? What's your TP? What's your BE? What's your stop loss? What's your trail stops? Answer those questions, and I believe you can. Four-hour flip. Yeah, 4-hour flip and drove. Unless you have another 4-hour flip, then that's about to flip, yeah. On your broker, right? 4-3. 4 can close the leg on your broker then, no? If it comes down bearish. Oh, got another lower high here. Let's see. Spreads are not bad today, chat. How do we know he's blindly selling though, Pucha? What if you were blindly selling from 6-2? You know? You can't just make the assumption. Have you considered futures? Futures 4-hour different from FX. Yeah, I think if it's different, it's because the market rollover is off, so or different on for futures. So let's say like market rollover is like it happens at 5 on your futures broker, it might happen at 6. So then the 4 hours is gonna be different. What time is the market rollover for futures? Is it 6? That's probably why it's different. So which one is better? Whichever you've been looking at your whole career, basically. Like, if you look at the 5 p.m. close and you base it off of Oanda, let's say on TradingView, and that's what you've been using, you know, you don't need to like pick between this or the other because you've been sample sizing this for your whole career or majority of your trading career. So whichever you feel more comfortable doing or been using. But there's no better. Like, it's all indications, right? It's like how you use indications. So like either if you know 4 kind of could look like the 4 for you might look like this right now. So this is my 4-hour candle. It came down already, but yours might look like this right now, right? Something like that, right? It's the same thing in terms of like, look how you're closing. Weak bullish below the range at 44.54, holding these highs. So then the next 4-hour candle likely will give you, it's a bullish candle still, so we might get a top wick. Same principles, right? But then you can flip, and if you flip, you'll look like this, and you'll fill the range. And then same thing for this candle too on the 4, right? We described the 4 as closing below here earlier. We mentioned that as long as it's below there, the 4 candles could continue to drive down towards the bottom of the range. And it's the same shit. You're viewing it from a different perspective though, but it takes you to the same area. Actually the same area though. 33 would be the zone then. 33, 23 in that zone. For you, it might close lower or higher while futures hasn't since it's another candle. Here, let's check the futures chart. Let me just make my life and your life easier. Let me see how it actually looks. What's it called? GC? 4 candle. Yeah, it's what I drew out. See how it's closing respecting the range? As long as it's below there, it's still a bullish candle, so you can get a top wick first before flipping. Same thing. Because you have a 35 closure, right? So it's gonna close bullish. If you recounts backwards, it doesn't matter. Or if you could recounts backwards, or learn to read the counts backwards, then you can tell how it looks, right? So, but like it'll still be closing bearish below. So that's good. And then you can get continuation down. Next minor support is here. So then this becomes your zone right there, right? 55, 44, 55.8. The only thing's a top wick. Once that's over with, you'll be set. But then again, on mine, or on the small time frame on yours even, it pulled back and made a slight lower high here. But is that enough? If it's not enough, then you break the highs. And then your concern becomes, okay, you're breaking the highs, you can't go up. It's the first breakout above the range that can easily lead to a fake out. So you can close above, and then boom. First fake out could be first break could be a fake out back into the range, and then you got continuations below. So if you're worried, wait for the top wick, which is what I'm waiting for. Looking at this one or looking at mine, they both kind of have like the same structure and idea. And then down towards 5.5. I think that's the only thing that's different for you. It's just like the prices are off for futures. Chat C, you're approaching these zones now, right? Where is it? These areas, you're re-breaking our lows. So we want to see this break through. Right? Almost there. We're like maybe 86 pips away. Yeah, I got you. So right click properties. This is my common. This is my show. And these are my colors. Common. Screenshot. Show. Screenshot. Colors. Screenshot. And then grid. Make sure that's a different color from your background. That's all that you really need to do. Because then you have this arrow up here. And then you can just kind of move the arrow, you know, to wherever. I move it to the first. I count to the left. And then boom. There you got it. There you have it. The best MT5 settings to make your MT5 feel like TradingView. Activate BADJ. Then no rollover gap. Yeah, I think that's in. You can do that as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll trade future one day. GC futures. I like how like every broker has the same server. So it's like actually regulated. So everyone has the same price for GC futures. I'm buying here. 4 looks good for flipping bullish. Yeah, it could be a top wick. 200 pip pop if you get your buys. Alright, James. I'm trading commodities on Blueberry Markets. I was expecting that top wick you were talking about in this hour candle, but it never happened. There's a slight one. I wanted to see a little steeper in that too. But if it doesn't happen, you can just adapt to the current price, right? Like you don't need to get the top wick. If you don't get a top wick, then you can get one up here at these zones here, right? And that it just adds on to the lower highs. I just dropped to the smaller time from here. You'll see it. Right. So this is the 1 hour highs. You came pop down. You haven't pulled back yet. So if you get a top wick here in this area, that'll be a lower high. And then you'll see you get more lower highs. But then it's kind of just doing what it did here, which is come down very slow and just constant making lower highs, like small lower highs. So like how sharp is the move really going to be? Is the question. So is that even a move then, or is it just repeating this cycle? Because you don't want to trade when it's repeating this cycle. That's a pretty trash cycle, right? Silver Rio. Yo, you on your burner. What up, Motski? Still no trade? No, no trade yet, man. Is that all you're gonna ask though? Still no trade? Are you in? Not yet, man. Not yet. Just be patient. Don't miss it though. Don't be stream hopping now. If you stream hop, you might miss it. It might be a quick one. What's up, man? My day is pretty chill. Pretty chill. Woke up at 6:30. Chilled. Got on at 8. And then we're just chilling now still. So a lot of chilling. Is this it, chat? 70 more pips, man. What happened to my charts? How do I templates? Sorry. Alright, well my levels are gone now. Chat, you're breaking the lows here though. That's good. So let me just do this again real quick. You got 33, 23. So we're looking for a pullback now, right? Now that we broke that low there. So wait for that pullback. And in worst case, if you can't get anything here, because it looks like you just filled the entire range, right? That was going to be like a bit of a reach for us to get like a break and not fill the range and then pull back. So if it's not this, our original idea was below 23 anyways, right? So we can get that as well. So 5-4, 4-3, 7-3. Leg candle fill right here too. Chat, get ready here. Below here could be ideals, right? So you just want to see a pullback here. You haven't gotten one yet. Just one straight drop down. And in worst case, if we can't get breakouts here, we can just look for wick entry sells too, right? As you pull back. But if we get ideas here, chat, remember stops are going to be likely like 46.11, 46.09 in that area above that wick there. So it'll be like around 1800 pips, depending on where we get in. 17 to 1800 pips. So can this be? Like, nice glitches here. You have a leg candle fill. So it could be below 31 here. Get ready, okay? Just wait for a pullback and the re-breakout lows. Okay, there's the pullback. No bottom wick though. Let's see. Where did it tap here? Tap 23, right? So we have one more zone at 23. Let me just mark that up. 23, and then below here you have more. And 08, and then below 08 you have this entire wrench fill down there. Cool. So nothing here yet, chat. How much is this drive here? Constant moves. How much is this? 250. 54. Chat, we can get wick entry sells too. If this pulls back towards 44.52.84, I know it's a little far, but if you pull back that steep, it could be wick entry sells from there, because that'll be the first pullback that you have here. If it just continues while making structure, very key, very key, very key. Otherwise, below here, clean traffic. The only tough area is this, right? Once you clear that, it should be good. Spurs in 5? I don't think so. I think in 6. I think it's Knicks or Spurs in 6. One of them is 6. Lots are gonna be 0.0 800 pips, 0.06 probably. Oh no, 0.05. 0.05 is a lot that we're gonna use. Wick entry sells might be smaller stops though, so if we get the wick entry sells, that's gonna be 1500 pips. So if we get a wick entry sell at 5.2, then we could use maybe 0.07, 0.7 instead of 0.5. But you gotta push back here like 190 here. All right, 190, and then we can get some. Otherwise, just continuations below 22 here. This is 22. What else do you got? You got more below here. 44.11. Let's see. First pullback's pretty strong right now. I don't have much experience on why so low lots. You barely make anything off of like 100. I think we'll be making, it depends on how much you grab, right? But if you grab like 20 plus, that's usually like 0.7 or 0.6 to 0.8%. $100K, I mean, we're risking 25% full stops, and then management is usually like around 18. So whichever you want to risk, like pick a risk percentage that you want to stick to and then manage your lots off of that. Nice. Pulling back your chat. Can we get a wick entry? It's very key that it has to be a first initial reaction, right? So like if it pulls back that steep, you want the first initial reaction. Otherwise, it's going to be a little more tough. Like if you start getting like pushes up and pullbacks, you can't take the same wick entries though, because now you have some structure. And when you have higher lows on the way up, it's going to be a little more difficult to get the wick entry, because it means that you have a higher chance to continue with the structure that supports it. So you don't want to see that. You're already in? No. Not yet. We haven't tapped 5-2. Yeah, you have news as well. I think we'll be okay if we enter at least like 5 minutes before news, if you're expecting a wick entry. It might be lower here actually. Let's see, where else could it be? Something else here. It might be lower here, chat. It might be at 47 instead. Let's see, just get ready here. 46.82 if you can shoot straight up here, and then 0.07 lot, right, since stops are a bit smaller. I think stops are the same stops we'll have, but that'll be 1600. So 0.06 actually. Get ready here, chat. 46.82, almost there. You want to see no pullbacks here, so if this can just shoot up, that's okay still. As long as you don't flip or anything, you should be good. And then BE zones are going to be like roughly here, I'm assuming. Right, so then that's going to be like roughly 18 pips, BE. And then trail stops are below. Don't flip here. Trail stops are below. And then TP, we're going to attempt probably down here. Nothing too crazy. 44.40 at these zones. Can we get a push? 46.82 here. Y'all ready? Almost there. Almost at 46.82. If this flips, then it's gonna be GG's. All right, chat. Wick entry sells as we tapped into that zone. Wick entry sells at 44.62. BE is going to be 44.80. So in case it's quick here, be ready. Okay, chat. Why did it send a picture in the thing too? I got to change the settings. All right, chat. BE here. Risk-free trade. You rejected off of it. Tap the first zone. Next zone is going to be trail stops. So get ready. Trail stops. You came near it. That's close enough. And then next zone is below here. I'll move it up a little bit with trail stops again, okay? Hold on. This is trail it here. Can we break through? If we break through, it could be clean. All right, cool. Oh my god, I'm mudded. Wait, was I mud the whole trade? Was I mudded the whole trade? No way. Nah? Okay, cool. Anyways, chat. That was the trade, okay? So we got what we wanted. We tapped the zone. BE zone is right here, and then trail stops are right here. And that's the most we tapped. So then we just move our trail stops to this area. I had it slightly lower. I was gonna say, like, if we were a little closer, since we were a little, like, we had a little bit of time left, I wanted to see if we can get a runner before news came out, but it didn't run here, right? If it was a little closer to news, like maybe like 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left, I would have looked to close full because we did peak at 37. And TP was only like 4-1. I wasn't attempting anything crazy here because we don't know if this is the first move of the day today. So we don't know if that's gonna fake out or that's direction. If this is direction already, then I would have looked to take a steeper runner position, right? But TP was only set to right here, 41 mentally, right? And look, the move coming up is a lot stronger now too, right? So this can just be liquidity for all I know. First move of the day, right? And then the good thing now though is that you did pull back. So if you do come back down to re-break these lows below here, we're gonna look for continuation sells, and that'll be that. I always trust your analysis. Got this analysis. This pullback is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I had a 5-2 level, and I was like, yo, long shot here, chat. But if we get a 5-2 tap, no top wicks on the way up, we can get a wick entry sell. But just think about it. If you shoot up, first thing you do is shoot up. You don't get no pullbacks on the way up. Highly likely you are gonna get a pullback. You're expecting a pullback because price can't just go up within one move like this. It will create like some structure and all of that before it actually decides to rip up. So then you just kind of choose a major zone. In this case, it was like far, like it was like 250 pips we were waiting for there. Good shit though. 23.5 pips there, chat. What did you guys get there percentage wise? What did we do there? What's that? That's a trade screenshot. I just turned it off though. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I fucked up my MT5 right before. 1410. So I think that's like 0.50 or something percent. Nothing too crazy yet, right? But still early in the day, so we got a lot of potential. Let's go to TBJ. Let's enter this. So Wednesday, Monday 0, Tuesday 0, and then first trade since last Tuesday. $14.11. 0.10. Yeah, so 0.52%. 0.52% there, chat. No runners there. All right. I think the next position has more of a chance to be a runner though, because then this is the first move of the day. Second move should be like the actual like push. What's your RR? It is in this trade it was probably like we're risking 1500 pips there and we made 23 there. So that was a close R. Actually there was no R, there was no drawdown. So technically no R there. But no, I think it was like probably like 0.1 to 10 R or something in that trade there. That was quick though. I wasn't even on the minute time for where I entered. I was on the 4. I was like, I saw the 4 tap the zone. I'm like, oh yeah, that's our zone right there. All right, no hesitation about it. But let's journal this out, chat. We have news in 2 minutes, okay? So we'll see how that comes out. See if that pushes or something. First trade of June though. This shit might get copyrighted. Let's go. What time was this trade taken at? This one was taken at 952. 952. New York gold. Bearish bias normal. We took some sells. Liquidity. So 1 hour top wick. Wick entry sells. 4 hour stops. Minute time for management. Next point resistance. Minute. Stops to be ES. Minute to manage. We used a minute there. The 1 hour I'll say. And what else did we use? I think just the 30 as well. And 30 as well here. 30 and 15 maybe. I put the 30. And then we expected this to be liquidity on the 1. It was a win. 0.0. What loss did I use there? 0.06. And then we did profit wise 14.10. And then pips wise 23.5. So 23.5. Drawdown. I think there was none. Max profits. We got news just came out here, chat. We got 37. Let's see what news does here. Hopefully it drives. Trail stop loss hit on the minute. Trail stop loss hit. And then peak 23.50. Cool. And last one. How's it looking? Okay, still ranging. Still ranging. And this right here, 6. Not 5.2. New York gold, liquidity, wick entry sells, 1 hour full, and 23.5. And then percentage wise, 0.52. 0.52%. Cool. So let's see. Let's see what this does.
Don't say a word, brother. Yeah. Don't say a word. Yeah. Hey. I remember pushing DT with a man and whipping 2 Mazdas.
Felt like a 5-second trade, not gonna lie. Yeah, that was 46 seconds. You gotta be a little quick. Well, not every trade is quick, but yeah, try to be as quick as you can, because it's not always gonna be like the perfect idea. You know, you get in, you can get comfortable, sit down, grab a coffee and shit. Sometimes it's like in and out, and the wick entries could be quick too sometimes as well. But I try my best to be as fast as possible. Yeah, ISM is here, chat. Let's see how that came out. ISM came out positive, so could that take us down? Chat, any questions about that trade? Any questions? Pretty straightforward. Wick entry sell, wait for a pullback. No wick, no pullbacks on the way up, on the initial pullback up, and then first initial reaction. Did it copy? Chat, I want to ask a question though. Does anyone here like Canadian that has different brokers? Let me know. Like, list if you're like Canadian and you have a broker you use that has gold, let me know. Let me know. It's gonna go down, right? I don't know. I gotta see. From here, we gotta see now. Especially here, we already got a pullback. So this pullback took you up, right? So this could be a fake out back to the range. But if you come back down to re-break the lows, this might be an invisible counter here actually. So yeah, if you come back down to re-break the lows, you can look for continuations in this range down. So below 44.31 and below 44.22 especially, you can look for sells below there. Black bull markets, why? I just want to know. I want to know what my options are, or just in case. What else do you guys got? I heard Black Bull Fires, but no, I think they recently closed down for Ontario clients actually. So that might be a little difficult. Something going on Blueberry? No. Not from a performance side or a trading side. I use gates. I like they double deposit. Yeah, but that's a gimmick. Or that's not a gimmick. That's like, yeah, no, that's just a way to get people in. Because then you gotta make a certain percentage get out, which is good, which is fine. But I think they limit it though. Like after a certain amount you deposit, like it's only valid for like certain balances. How the fuck am I still up? How the fuck am I still up? Fusion. Damn. 8 likes chat. Can we get to 100? Done is switching? No, there's nothing wrong with Blueberry. I just wanted to know because I have his broker up every day on my screen, bruh. Every day on my screen for the last couple of years. Double? Yeah, no. Yeah, double. The double is like it's a sign up bonus. I think like first time signups you get like a bonus, or it's like, you know, when you gamble online, they give you like a credit, a deposit credit bonus, and then you gotta make back like, I don't know what percent it is, a certain amount before you can withdraw. You can't just deposit and withdraw. Let's see, chat. Could be a double trade day, okay? I'm still looking for trades here. Why is the only Drizzy? So is news bearish for gold? I think it came out positive. So it came out positive and gold should go down. But like price action is what's gonna tell you. Or my bad, we want to trade price action. If the candles come down, we'll see. Like it really comes down to how these candles adapt to those conditions, right? So you came out first, even though news came out positive. So let's see. Is it gonna continue? If it does, we'll see it break above here. But we're far from buys though. Like buy ideas for me are like at least above 44.94. We might have more wick entry sells at like 44.94 actually if it comes up that far. That's like 300, 400 pips there of a push. Anything but buying? I know, man. I know. We still haven't bought. Are you ever trade? Yes, yes, yes. Right here, you see, it shows that arrow, like my sell, and then where I close off, it's gonna show the blue arrow. And then right here, if you look at the date, the time, the trade, we're out. I think if we're in, there'll be like lines here too. It'll show like the entry. So it was quick. It was like 40 seconds. Toronto meetup? Yeah, we'll do one. We'll do it one day for sure. 100%. I was like, what's that sound? Queen Street West McDonald's? Word. Next to the A-Drift. Gotta visit Toronto, man. I always want to go to Canada. You gotta. Packed for the summer, though. Packed.
Hello, talking your business to these bitches, you ain't one of us. Bitch start blowing me kisses when she heard me start my engine up. Ain't granted none of her wishes just because I got my money up. Got a big bag, you don't want smoke with us. Say you got money, you barely up. I'm giving bitches pity fucks. I get a check and fuck it up. 100 stack tall as a monster truck. I'll be the last one acting tough. We gon' shoot first and watch them duck. Been all in, I could call they bluff. Yeah, I done sold a lot of things, but I will never sell my soul.
My soul.
I am not lying in the stories that I told. I ain't trying to fuck on a new bitch, my bros don't know. Yeah, yeah. I don't like taking chances, I like fucking hoes I already know. Yeah, yeah. Gave in to my thoughts, I can't ignore these voices.
You own this trade? No. Nav is drawn too here though, from Rexdale. We got The Weeknd, Nav, Drake, Killy. Who else is popping in Toronto? Pressa. Top 5. Tory Lanez. You have a lot. When we come around, all your bitches get into. All my haters keep getting madder as they should. That's a good indication that I'm doing good. Yeah, yeah. I don't like taking chances. I like fucking hoes I already know. Yeah, yeah.
Cave into my thoughts, I can't ignore these voices anymore. Pendant flooded with rocks, I like it better when
Lil Penzo.
birdies by the flock. Chasing my crew everywhere we go. See them XO boys like there they go. The money going where they go. Lifestyle so impeccable. This we gon' turn you back.
Speak about Lil Penzo. All right, let's see, man. Chat, news came out negative or positive for the dollar, but gold's just going up. So we'll see. We'll see what this brings here, but volume is, you know, I think it's still lacking here. Like this move up was equivalent to the move down, so nothing spectacular yet. But somehow we did manage to get something today, and it was actually in the same zone. We had the same wick entry sell zone, similar area as this one. As our last one. Let's see, this is the first breakout above the range, so is this a fake out, right? If it's a fake out, then you're back into the range. If it's continuation, then you have your first higher low or second higher low. This is a higher low, and this could be a higher low here too, which means that you break back into the range and then shift to the higher time frame once again. Go to like the 30 or something, and you'll see like the structure still needs to break on that in order to actually get higher time frame push. But yeah, until then, this can still come down, right? This can still be a lower high. Oh shit, trade's taken. That's what I gotta add. Trade's taken. Sorry, it's been a minute. Gold sells plus 0.52%, 23.5 pips. So some days you get a runner, some days you don't, chat. But you can't force it every day, you know? You force a runner every day, eventually you're just gonna be chasing runners for what? Runners don't print every day. But here's the thing about runners too. If you can determine if it's a drive range or liquidity, that helps you determine what days are runners versus what days are not, right? Drives lead to more runners, whereas liquidity range, less chance of runners. So only certain trades can have runners. Like this trade, I didn't expect a runner. But the trade like we had on Thursday or last Tuesday, we actually did get a runner. Right? I think that was more drive and condition though. But like back in the day, we'll just be attempting like runners every day. Like every trade we take is like runner, try to get attempt a runner. Like even if there was like a strong support upcoming, we'll just be like, fuck it, let's just attempt a runner. And like you're just blindly doing things at that point. Same way with pineapples too, right? When we first started taking pineapples, it was just kind of like stack, draw down, stack. Instead of like strategically placing them. What's up, Bimmy Some? Let's see. Push down is decent here, guys. Not bad. If it's a 1-2 pop of this, so like let's say you see how this took like maybe like 15 candles to move. If it corrects it within like a 1-2 span, then that's a huge difference in price, right? Lots of volume coming in. So then that could lead to a fake out. But we won't know until we see it. And you don't want to guess that happening, because the opposite can still happen. Look at that 1-2 pop correction. Let's see. First move down. You still got a bit to go. So can it break below 4441.52?
Monday, Monday through Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day, maybe we'll someday grow.
And that record also goes up too. 557. 557.
Jury in a safe on arrival, pistol on J for survival. A lot of people gunning for the title, a lot of people trying to take us viral. I'm just trying to have a nice night though. Waiter brought a check for the meal. She said, babe, I think there was a typo. Nah, girl, I got it, that's light though. I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get your images that last. Amex had a limit in the past.
1 hour flips too, right? If you come down for the minute 1-2 pop. So 1 hour flips as well, and you have 40 minutes left for the 1. So the 1 still has a chance to fill the wick fill, right? That's still a thing too. That is still a thing. If this is an invisible candle, then you only got really this minor support down here as a zone. So now how much range you got from here to here? That is 87 pips of a range there, chat. Invisible candle. The invisible candle. And then below, is this a zone then? If that's what that is on the 15, is this going to be a zone right here? So let's block this out like this. Is there something there? You got that, you got this, down at 125.932. You can mirror this top wick here too. There's something here at these areas that could be the same exact mirror actually. How did this come down? It came down towards there and reacted there. There might still be a zone there. And then once you clear that, is this a zone? This right here, maybe clean then. If you remove that, then below 37 you have to 44.11. Let's see, chat. Could be. Could be. That's 270 pips below there. $37, 44.11. 44.11, that is gonna be right here. Right, so then this is invisible, so that won't be too much of an area to struggle through. So then yeah, below 37 could be 11. It's a pretty big range, 250. Also much better position in life now though, and much clearer headspace. Another 2 years on the chart too, building pretty much, but I'm making near double what I make at work from trading this year again. At least you're still making something though, so that's good progression. Space for that. And this is a zone, right? What is this? So it's just this blue zone, chat. Once you break out this blue zone, it should be clean again. Right? But this blue zone is kind of where it bounced back in. But the difference is you actually broke below first. So volume should still be here. Like, I don't think any of these moves, they were actually a real move. The same way I didn't think yesterday's moves were real. Like that move down. Because it still hasn't moved, like moved the last 2 days. So all of this can be corrected. Like you can come down like this for the next 4 or 5 days and have one day where it corrects the entire thing just because of how slow it is. So just be an extra precaution with like waiting for like lower highs and liquidity to actually form. Otherwise, any given point, if it just continues coming down like the way it is, you can just get a 1-2 pop back up, right? And then this whole entire thing will definitely be a fake out now because you did it once. And you didn't drive, but if you break the lows, it's like you should come down. Comes back into the range, you're back above. And then all of a sudden you're bullish. For the monthly. Monthly can still flip, right? Monthly has no top wick. So that can be corrected too. Gold futures, no. I just trade gold. XAU, USD. Reggie probably sleeping. Bond him. What time we're here till yesterday? 12? So I don't think we'll be here for that long today, chat. I think just 11. And then after 11, we'll actually place a session stop loss on the opening. And then we'll go from there. Like, let's get to 100. I think we're 10 away. 10 away. get to 100. I appreciate it, man. Still a long way from where I want to be, but I'll say I'm at peace. I used to dream of being in trading. See, that's what it's all. I was telling my girl the other day too. Like every time like you have like a vision for where you want to be in trading, once you get there, it's like there's now a new vision you achieve once you get there. But that's good. You're on the right path then. Right mental state. Like you're not complacent. Peace out, Silverio. Take it easy, man. How much did we fill this daily leg candle? So we came down, right? And then 280, and we still got 550, and then the entire candle is like 880. So we still got a little bit of room. A little bit of room left to fill that daily leg candle. Third minute close weak bullish below the range. So kind of the same thing, chat. Like closing below these areas here, weak bullish below the range. Can this be the drive? All right, you just gotta break that blue zone. Once you're out of that blue zone, it should resume. But this is like some heavy traffic right now. Like you're stuck in traffic, a lot of traffic. Holding sell since 4426.86. Saw the plan, but I found later what I missed on the charts. Some zones. Gonna take pineapples. Wait, aren't you in profit? 44.26? Oh no, you're in drawdown. Damn, you got it right here. If you take pineapples, just be careful at like 44.35. So like, I think you'll be in profit then, depending on where you got in. But this could be a zone that you could reject off of. You taking out pineapple at 36? Oh, you taking out pineapple at the zone? I just took that in. Damn. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna break through. Like, that's what I'm kind of waiting for now. So that's why I just said be aware of it. Could break them. Could just rip right through. Can you explain the 4435 mark zone? Yeah, it's just the blue zone. So like in this area, like that's where you're gonna range at. Like previous support zones are down here too. Like it's looking good from a structure standpoint. You have like some nice lower highs here and here and here. So it's not bad on the way down. But you could struggle. It's just a question mark. Like you could struggle at 35. It's not like it's gonna struggle there, right? So I'm looking to see if you can break through. Like that's what I want to wait for before I determine if this is gonna continue down or not. So meaning that anything above or anything at that area could be a reaction zone. So I'm saying like if you had pineapples within these ranges, I thought you did. So I said like if you had pineapples there, you should be good at 36. Until I read that you're looking for one at 36, it's just like a question mark. Like I'm not too sure what's gonna happen there. But at least if you take it like within these areas, I'm not saying get it now too. Like take your position, whatever you think is clean in this area. But at least if you get a pineapple and then back at 36, you'll be in profit for net of both positions. If this is your first one, this is your second position, let's say right there, this would be like in profit zone for you. But if you're looking to take a pineapple at that area, it's like adding unnecessary risk. That's if you still believe that's going to come down. Because if your original position is still good, there's no need to add a pineapple. Like no point. Just let it run. But at any given point, if you feel like your initial position is going to be hard to come down towards because you have some minor zones, like let's say 35, then pineapples would be better coming down towards that zone that you're actually worried about. Because like that's how you want to manage a trade, right? You don't want to maximize your profits with pineapples. That's like just being greedy, right? If your initial position is good, no need to add a pineapple. Could be a double bottom. It could look like a double bottom. Good. You also had double bottom here earlier, but that broke. So I don't use double bottoms, double tops. I wait to see if it's a double bottom or double top. Right? We might tap 60, might be a good pineapple. Yeah, 60 might be a lot better if it comes up. Maybe a little higher than 60 though. First break outside this range. 77, 78 might be better. 220, 240 in that zone. What do you think it'll grab liquidity down there? One question, bro. What do you think it will grab liquidity down there? Where? Down here? I don't know. Because like this move down here, like anything in this area is going to be a little, like there's a huge question mark here as to what's going to happen from here. So if there's a huge question mark, I'm waiting to see what happens here. So I don't know if we're going to come down to grab liquidity go up. I'll know like if it comes down, comes back up, create structure, comes up, create structure, comes up, high chance above here could break. And then you can start looking for like ideas above here going up. But this could still happen. Because this is still lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs here, lower highs here. To like kind of make its way down, right? So that's a question mark. I don't know if that's like a demand from price. Like the first time you broke out, higher chance you had to drive because that's the first breakout, right? So all you needed to do was pull back and then continue. And that's what we're waiting for breakouts. The pullback, continue. It pulled back, but it didn't continue. So we can tell that, okay, now it's breaking back to the blue zone. What's going to happen now? So now we got to break out of it. Because now you have more information. Right? Like what was the point of that move down? Like what does it lead to now? And that's what we're waiting for. Like, we're waiting for an answer from price. So once you actually print enough candles and more information, we could use that to like establish like the idea. Okay, cool. Let's say now you come up. Let's say you pop up like this. You have a nice top wick, right? So it looks like it should go up. And let's say it's a fake out. It's like, this is much cleaner now. Now I can start looking for ideas here down. Because you came up and you didn't continue up. This is a lower high to follow its bearish trend. And then you can look for sells now coming down. And that's when you'll like have a better answer. What's up, AB Mike? Yeah, a lot of it is waiting. It's just waiting for information. Like sometimes like you're on the charts and now you know what's going on. Like right now, I don't know what's going on. But it's just because you're lacking information. Right? You don't need to like go dig it. You just gotta wait for it to form. Like wait for that to actually print. If it's not clean, it's not clean, right? I mean, 43.67. Yo, that's way out of my 43.67. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's even gonna make its way down yet, right? That's what we gotta wait to see. I think what like a lot of traders might get wrong is like, you know, when like you first hop onto the charts every day and then like you're off the bat, you usually be like, okay, I think today what price is gonna do is it's gonna do this, this, and this, and then the whole entire day like they're just looking for that exact idea, right? And because that's their analysis, it's like, okay, I'm gonna look for buys here because I think this is happening, instead of like waiting for it to actually print. Because like you shouldn't be taking trades off of your analysis. Your analysis is the part where you're collecting data and info. So once you have enough information, there's your trade idea, right? But you draw all the possibilities of what can happen today, and those drawings that you're drawing now isn't gonna be like just random drawings, right, of like what price is doing. It's like things that price would do, right? You're drawing it based off of what price has already done in the past, and it's the same patterns. Like you're just drawing over again. It's the same fake outs, it's the same breakouts, right? That's all you're drawing, and you draw all of the ideas, right? So let's say right now, what can happen here? You're in this range, you draw two couple ideas. First thing can happen is you can come up, right? You can come up like this, you can pull back, you can continue. One idea. Idea number two, you could, let's say, come up, fake back into the range, continue down, right? Idea number three, you can come down, pull back, continue down. Idea number four, you could come down, fake back, or let's do orange. You can come down like this, fake back into the range, and then continue, right? But now you have like, okay, these are all of my ideas here. These are 4 different ideas. Which one is actually going to print? So now you're just waiting for price to fill in the blanks. Like you're setting it up for the day. This, and this. Yeah, pause a lot of opportunities, a lot of way to enter. But now it's like, what is price going to do now? Is it going to pick this one? Is it going to pick this one? Is it going to pick this one? Or is it going to pick this one? But that's what it means, like, to wait for the ideas to come to you and not just chase the markets and what it's actually doing, because you're always going to be behind. It's like using an indicator. You're lagging compared to like you draw it ahead of time and you wait for the things to actually print. Let's say it prints orange. Great. You know what to do now with orange, right? The idea behind the orange move was you opened up here, you came down for a bottom wick, Oops. Let's go. Right? Let's say this happens. Let's say it's orange today. So it's this. Right? Let's say you get that. If you get a push down, you're aware that, okay, if this is what's going to happen, it could be a fake out. Right? So that's why we had the idea for a pullback here. It pulls back. It pulls back again. Starts to create structure. Think about it. Came to make a low once. Came to make a low twice. You pop back into the range. You create structure holding this zone now above here. And now all you got to do is go into small time frame and put it together. Go into small time, go into 5 to 15, right? And wait for those minor higher lows. But the hard stuff is over with. Like the higher time frame stuff is this. And then you can start looking for buys. Right? And then all you got to do after that is just mark up zones. Like, okay, obviously we drew to here, but the zone's going up. So you got to be aware of all these other zones on the way up. And then now you're just focused on that one idea. But when you come out to the charts and you're just thinking with ego and like, oh, I think today price is going to like wipe out yesterday's highs and then come back down and then come back up to wipe that high to manipulate all the distribution buyers and then wipe all of that out, get liquidated and then come back up for an order block. And then, you know, it's like, it's just too much shit going on. Like, how do you know all this is going to happen? I'm sure someone might, but it's just too unpredictable. Anything can happen in between, like news or anything. So now you're just like reacting to what's actually printing instead of just like assuming that this is going to be the move. Because then you start to marry that idea. Right? And then some days, like all those 4 ideas that I drew out, none of them might form. Like some days, none of them form and you're sitting here just waiting. And that was like yesterday or the day before. And that's, you know, that's what trading is. Some days you just can't do much about price. You gotta just let it drive and let it move before you come to a conclusion. Chat, we have 15 minutes left, so let's see what happens here. 15 is gonna close bullish here, so maybe this next 15 could correct this move. We better find out. We better find out. One hour won't be bad at all if it closes the way it closes. Weak bullish, still holding these ranges to the left too in these areas, right? So that blue zone is still being held. Don't think it's a top wick. You got a top wick, boom. I think earlier if you got a top wick, this move down would have been a lot sharper. Because if you came up like this earlier and tapped like 78, that could likely be the highs that broke all of the structure. It's like, why would it do that if it doesn't continue up? It's just back into the range. Like this would have been a lot stronger. But that's what was lacking on the 4-hour candle, remember? At like 9 a.m. That's what we wanted to see. Watch you predict the trend within 30-minute time for it's gonna go bear. Let's get the bear. Let's get the bear. Would you consider the last 2 30-minute candles a lay? No, man, that's not a lay. That's not a lay, Cookie. A lay would be, this would have to be a bullish candle for a lay. So like that, and then it will have to be like this. That's your leg candles. This is just wick, candles of wicks. If you combine it, oh, if you combine it, yeah. If you combine it, for sure. Because then that's a bullish candle right there, right? These two candles here. And that's your huge wick, like that. And then like candle body reactions are down here at this minor support zone. So then as you like come back down to break below there, body reactions, holds. Perfecto. Good eye though. I didn't see that. Penzo, you back on break even on your funded yet? Anyone sell? Oh no. Let's see. Anyone on sells? What's your stops? Daily breaking high, stop sticking to it. Your stops are up here at 93. Yeah, I think 78 is a major zone, so you have a little bit of room too. Between 78 and 90. Shall be back in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Pushing up here. Let's see, 6 minutes for a 1 hour close. Might be a stronger bull than we thought. Maybe above the range? If it's above the range and you get a top wick first and you flip, it could be a fake out. Cause I think this is the first break above the range if it does close bullish, right?
I'm way too in love just to let you walk away. I know it's your dream to start a family in LA. They love me too much here, I cannot relocate. I just can't move away. I can't leave my brothers in the trenches, gotta lead the way. Yeah, I cannot relocate. Just even the thought to turn my back on them is not okay. I cannot relocate. We just gotta post up here, I promise things will be okay. Cause I love you, babe. Yeah, but they love me too much here, I cannot. Yeah. Damn. I push you niggas through the ringer. Yeah. You getting bodied by a singing nigga. Yeah. I'm with nowhere like I'm Chris Kringle. Yeah. Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn. Where she at? Yeah, where she at? Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Yeah. I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle. Yeah. Look in the mirror, see what talking get you. Yeah. You should be swimming with the fucking fishes. But I still got love for your missus and a sister. So I told Capo we can't burn them bridges. Yeah. You saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back dissing. Yeah. We G-Block babies, we are not musicians. My niggas didn't have a pot to piss in. Now they drop the top so much they got a drop addiction. Capo got so many watches he might clock a nigga. Capo got so many watches he needs supervision. Why you walking around the facts like you're superstitious? Damn, damn, damn. I push you niggas through the ringer. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga. Yeah, I'm with nowhere like.
What's your favorite song, Cookie?
Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at?
Y'all tired of this album yet?
Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Yeah, I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle.
Top 3? Yeah, give me your top 3.
Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Yo baby mama ain't even post a single. Yeah, I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle. October's on as the label. 7-figure deal was a fable. 8-figure bought out the neighbors. 9-figures turning the tables. You pussy boy better be ready and able. I'm coming. I can't talk on bro case cause it's sticky. Free tea and free greasy my Achilles. My youngest put locks on the city so niggas be shit to come out when it's lit.
Plot twist. Janice and burning bridges.
Joking, I won't wanna be him. I be the producer like what's the BPM? I cannot de-escalate things that we see him. My young boys don't do it for clout. If they do it, they cover their head and their mouth. Swear there's some shit I'm forgetting about. 03 of the slime when they letting him out.
He did.
Be with them guys from the 6 that you niggas stay talking on Reddit about.
Penzo is Drake big in Poland for you guys? I think Travis might be bigger for you, no? I'm on buys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's get a drive. You too, Alex. Let's hope it runs then. 54452. Oh, you're well in profit. 4468 is your target. That's a good target, right above the highs. 1 hour opening in a minute here. So if you had top wick first, 65, 68. Boom. Dunzo. A lot of people listen to Polish music too. Yeah, I figured Polish music is bigger in Poland. But between Travis Scott and Drake in Poland, who do you think is bigger? Because even here, even in Atlanta, I think Future is bigger than Drake. All right, 1 hour opening here, chat. 1 hour candle close, bullish. I'm gonna still say holding the blue ranges, right? Because we're still in it. But let's see if we can break above 44.65. Because if that starts to break 44.65, then you can be looking at 78. I think that top will be over with too if you do get a 6.5, 6.8 tap in that zone.
Hey, I tried and tried and tried to the R switch place with the I. I never forget that July, the worst that I felt in a while. I'm glad that you think that I'm soft. I'm glad that you think that I'm shy. I need you to think all these things. I got bigger than what's in my mind. I'll take it an eye for an eye. I sent a boy up to the sky. I still haven't lost any sleep, and I definitely didn't cry. Hey, yo, Gucci, get back in a ride, cause that's definitely not the guy. Mistaken identity mixed with adrenaline, almost just kiss you goodbye. It's rap, so it sound like a lie when I talk to you and I confide. I'm going back to Cali. I got hearts in both of my eyes. I'm sleeping with death on my mind, cause the shots that I called in my time. And karma has been on my side, but I also just heard that she's blind. That bitch might just switch on a dime, cause she can't even see I'm a guy. Pressure been getting applied, and I know I've been bad with replies. The lawsuit I got is fried.
What's up, Finley?
They'll frame it as people retired, but we know it's the truth and a lie. And I act like we signing a deal when they pay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for price to move here. It's been like stuck. I'm still waiting for a daily leg candle. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, I'm gonna send an analysis today pre-Asian in the email. I'm waiting for it too. Once we start re-break, it filled half of it today. But then below 44.11, you'll be like below there. If you can clear that, you'll be good. With the daily, right? So sometimes it's a bit longer in form. Session stop roughly. I think I'll put 65. 65. If it breaks 65, we'll call it a day. Which means I guess we're only gonna be looking for sells for a day. Once again, what's the percentages for sells now? Let's see. This thing's gotta be 71% short, so 28% long. We took 56 longs in this account and 140 shorts. Let's see though. Look where we took longs at, right? August, September until October. September, October, a little bit November. So let's see the conditions in that time of the year. September, October, November. What was priced during that time of the year? Look. September. Right, it's bullish. September. October, November, bullish. And then lately it's been all bearish, right? So look, since January this year, it's been mainly shorts, right? So we're just following the trend. Even this, when we were taking shorts last year, April until August, that was April until August. Range, more range. I wouldn't say direction. Direction came after. But yeah, all we took in that range of shorts too. And it's just been shorts. Chad say 1 hour candle coming down, no top wick, right? So could this be continuation? Could this be? Could this be continuation below 5-4? Glitching down too, so get ready. If it starts to correct this entire thing within a 1-2 pop below here, you need a pullback, right? So you come down, pull back, and you re-break below. Here could be ideas. We can get ideas before the blue zone if you get enough structure. Call it my favorite. Yeah, I mean, if you can clear this, bro, 44, you'll be good. And then the only thing, since you have it down here, it's a little more difficult, but you break this, you'll be good. But you gotta do this first. 1 hour's no top wick. It doesn't need one too, right? Look where it closed, chat. No top wick closure, no top wick closure right there. You can literally get a candle coming down, straight down. So that is the same mirror. Similar. See you later, Don. See ya, P911. Take it easy, bro. You've been consistent, bro. Good shit. And yeah, chat. Session stop loss is 65 for now. I'm gonna move it down as it comes down, if it comes down. But it's only gonna be one idea. You're done. I just missed my trade, so I sell at 44.63 and I forgot to set my TP. 44.30. What do you think? I cooked. You sell at 44.63. 44.63. You forgot to set my TP at 44.30. So 44.63. You're in profit from 6.3, and you forgot to set your TPs. You can just still set it, bruh. What kind of question is that? You are like sitting like 170 in profit. You can just set your TP now. We selling, let's see. If it ends up bringing a low second entry, I'm gonna try and run this push down to Asian, manage accordingly, but depending on where I get in, I think we got room down for show. Oh yeah, you want that runner for daily leg candle. Is there news tomorrow? No. Right? No news tomorrow, Chad. Maybe orange folders, but Friday, big day, NFP Friday. So, and they're expecting a huge difference here. 85 over 114. Damn. They're expecting bad numbers. Interesting. So, are we just gonna, if they're expecting bad numbers on NFP day, that's Friday, right? So if we get the same movement we've been getting down the last like 2 days, see how it's very slow? And remember I said earlier about we can get a correction, a 1-2 pop? What if you slowly just continue down for the rest of the week until Friday? Right? Slowly drive down, slowly drive down, slowly drive down. You feel the wick, and then Friday, you get actual volume. And that shifts everything. 1-2 pop back into the range for NFE. Because look, the moves up have been stronger than the moves down here. Right? These moves right here, strong move. Like the only strong move down you have was this yesterday. This is very weak. And that could be crazy too if that happens. I took a sell at 60. I took a position. You were right at the flip too, so BE. You're set for runners.
What kind of man are you? A middle one. Yeah, my brother said he want a blue beam. I'ma get him one.
11-11, make a wish. Alright, chat. I think we'll move our session stop loss down here, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at 44.59. So move it down from 6.5 to 5.9. Alright, and then if this flips, we'll move it down towards 5.2. And then yeah. Could be another trade still though. Ooh, some lower highs here. What is this? Slight lower highs here. Same lower highs you had over here to the left too. So could this be the drop down towards 4451.50? Right into this pocket right there. Look at that pop. Sheesh. So let's see. You got 380 to 38 pips to go into that zone there.
Trust me, I know this. B's on the table, B's on the table, B's on the table, B's on the table. Spent months in the corner, just me and my back. I'm used to this, I'm numb to that. I know I just gotta adapt. Hey, let's wait on your Spotify rap. The messages you
I'm gonna buy. Should I close it? You might still be good because you're missing a top wick. I don't know what's gonna happen between this blue zone though. That's the thing. So I don't have any positions here, but you're getting more info right now. This push down was a 1-2 pop. But I don't know what your stops are, right? Like you might be having a higher time frame trade. I'm buying at 44.30. My stop loss is 44.40 from 60. Did you just choose 200 pips? Is that what you did? You just chose 200 pips stop loss? That better be a structured zone there. Or else that's not the devious way. You show 200 pips. See, it's not a bad idea, but what does 200 pips have to do with price action? Or you know what? We only trade price action. What does 200 pips have to do with price? That's like personal preference versus technical charts. Yeah, I kind of lined up with the technical charts, right? Like, because I think 44.40 is the middle of nowhere. It's like this whole entire thing is the middle of nowhere. You don't break structure. You don't change anything. In this like going up and down here, you don't change anything today, right? But you also can't adjust it now because you're already in. So I hope it doesn't break for you, man. But it is the middle of nowhere. Why not the whole 2.6? Let's just buy. I don't know if that's gonna work. We need like trillions. Ordinal wig could be coming up for it. Peace out, Biza. Take it easy, bro. Now you blast me to the devious way. That 200 pips better line up. Yeah. It's not a bad strat. Like, it's good for like if you want like really good RR, because then you're like every trade you take, you set like a stop loss like 200 pips or 400 pips, and then no matter what, 400 pips no matter what. Ranges could be like a 10 pip range, 1,000 pip range. No matter what, you have that. So you're hoping for no drawdown. So you're just relying on your entry, which could work. But there's no way I would have done that for this year. Like, imagine we had like 200 pip. Imagine we had like 180 pip stops though. Thanks for the follow. Let's see. If we were to have a fixed stop loss, how would we do? Our drawdowns are right here. Let's see what I think. If we have 200 pip stop loss, chat, we'll get stopped though of like the last 20 trades here. Once. 200 pip stop loss. And then the rest. It's not a bad idea. Because, oh no, twice. Twice would have hit stops right there and here. So that would have been 400 pips gone versus, what did we get there? 500. Would have got 100 pips instead of 500. But then percentages change too, right? Because you can use a bigger lot size now. Because if it's 200 pips, you can use like a full lot size every time. You can go like 0.14 on this account every trade. So then your percentages are going to be a lot bigger. Not a bad idea. Oh, we got top wick again. Here we go. Is he gonna break the blue zone or is he gonna reject again? Yo, Cookie, your leg candles are here too. The 2 leg candles, the invisible ones. I think that's what that is. Thinking. I was confident use a fixed lot stop of 300 pips. 1 for bigger lot size, 2 for better sleep. At those 24-hour streams, man, the past year you went 4 times around 300 drawdown. Yeah. I was actually thinking about the idea a couple days ago. But let's see how this year goes first. We could, because every other year we're updating either our price action, or I don't fucking know what we trade now anymore actually, but we update our trading, like technical analysis, and then the next following year we update our risk management. So that's why every 2 years there's like a new add-on. That's how it's been since like 2020. So next year is the year where we look at risk management. So let's see, maybe next year we can have an adjustment, because this is the first year where I actually had to make a decision or a change with my stops, because of just how volatile things got, right? So I had to change my lot size and everything. Oh, here we go. Breaking the blue zone, or approaching the bond blue zone here. So then now this could be a lower high here, chat, and this is your invisible candle, right? If that's your invisible candle, then below 44.42 is clean traffic to 44.11. Looking left as well, it also matches up with this wick right here. This exact rejection area is the exact rejection area here. So this can come all the way through until that bomb the range there. So we can start looking for sells, and you don't even gotta be in a hurry to look for the sells. You can look for sells below this range. You can let this drop, and then below 26 you have more clean traffic. So we can even watch this drive down for another like 350 or 130 pips here, right? I want to get in though. If we can get in within here, that'll be nice, because everything's clear. You have a lower high now. If it were to be a fake out, we would have done it on that push, but it wasn't. And now you're breaking outside, or you might break out the blue zone here, right? You still got like 30 pips to go, but once you do so, like, this isn't really a support zone. This is your invisible candle, and if it's your invisible candle, clean traffic to the left is all the way down until minor zones right here at 44.27, which is your daily, no, not your daily leg candle fill, but that was, yeah, that's the bottom of the range from earlier. So how much range is this? If you break through, you pull back, you hold, 84 pips you have here of a range. So you can take advantage of that range for BE and everything. Ghost 1 hour candle for new term. Yeah, let me know how it goes, P911. If you can, like, let me know. Cause I'm like, I was thinking about it. because we don't go in drawdown that often, right? Like we do, but not like 200 pips in drawdown every time. So we just got our average like thing, average pips. Like there was one time we went to 2300. I gotta connect this MT5 to those journals, those software journals that have like the calendars and everything. Wow, it's actually exactly aligned here. It's lower high here too, same areas here. Boom right there, boom right there. Bullish candle closure, bottom wick right there. It's very similar, man. You can literally start glitching down. This looks like a lot better than the move earlier too, right? And it's NFP Friday this week. So yeah, almost 40 pips to go, chat. Could be something. Could be second ideas today. You say keep buying. So I'm guessing I'm taking pineapples, huh? Oh, you have one here, right? This area? Yeah, your original position looks good, to be honest. Like your original position, even though it was wick entry drawdown, it looks good still, like to fill it and to, especially to break the blue zone. So that's up to you if you want to add a risk to it. Le benzo. Rejection. All right, chat. I'm gonna move my session stop loss down too, because we can't do this forever, right? Let's move it down towards anything else I could use. That might be it, man. Hey, let's move it up towards here. 44.48. If you break 44.48, we'll call it a day. Cool. Cool. Are you looking to take a trade? Yeah, we're looking below 35 and or 27. We have a session stop loss in place, so it's just a matter of price can break through here and drive. You need a 30-minute close below. Let's see. W where for music? I mean, it's a 6, only 3 losses, 300 pips. It's not bad if you take that strategy. Yeah, it's not bad. Only thing I'm concerned about is the next market cycle, like through the year, right? Because stops are like that big now, and then if ranges get smaller next year, that 200 pip or 300 pip stop loss could become like 150 now instead, because the drawdown is not going to be the same ranges. The scale of everything just shrinkens, so your loss could be bigger too. Third-minute closure in a minute. 5-minute leg candle. $15's a pretty decent closure too. It's like a bearish top and bottom wick. $30 still missing that top wick, right? We're staying with the 1. But if you get enough lower highs, then you can just kind of eliminate the idea behind the top wick, right? You had a couple so far, but it's the same type of lower high here and here. Look how far this came down. So this breaks the highs and then comes back down. I think, why would you do that? Right? Then you have direction. Let's see. We have a session stop loss at 48. So it's like 30 pips away. Spreads could be a bit better too in the way down. Five lead, yep, 5 lead too. Body reaction you got. Let's see. What could that be? I just buyed BTC USD. What do you think? I don't know, man. I'm not looking at BTC USD right now. I don't know. I think it's coming down. What was that? 66 or something? W 115 likes though. Maybe if we get 140, we can get a trade. What's up, Jordy? Leg glitch, leg glitch, leg glitch, leg candle, leg pip. Buying at 4430. Who's with me? And sometimes nobody's with you. Doesn't mean you're wrong though. Chat, how's June starting off for you guys? Good? Good? Or is it slow? One hour looks very good here. Slow but kind of good. Yeah, it's been a little slow, but at least we're only 3 days. Euphoria? No. I want to watch Game of Thrones though. I don't know if I have it in me, but I want to watch it. I just watched Backrooms yesterday. You watch Euphoria? You think I can watch it, chat? Or you think I'll snooze off? I want to watch it. I heard it's good. No, I don't watch anime. The last anime I watched was like when I was like a long time ago, like Inuyasha. I haven't watched anime in a minute. Death Note. Sharing effigy is good, bro. Yeah, you gotta find out. Try it out. See how it goes. It might be good for you, or it might not be good for you. It might be good for someone else. Inuyasha, yeah, the one where he was a wolf, the white hair. And now I watch Akira lately. Akira. It's actually good. You ever watch Akira? Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. Yeah, that was my era. But I haven't watched like the new ones. Like I haven't watched One Piece or any of the new animes that's popping. Any movie you recommend, Dom? I'm kind of bored. Yeah, watch The Game. Bro, if you're bored, trust me, hit me up tomorrow when you watch it today. Watch The Game. It's called The Game. Like, you're not gonna know what the fuck goes on in the movie, but when it's done, you're like, holy shit. I just went through some DMT trip or something. So if you're bored, watch that movie. But what did I watch recently? There Will Be Blood's cool. There Will Be Blood. That's a sick ass movie. What else did I watch recently? Yeah, that's it. Toy Story comes out on Friday. I'm finna watch that. Toy Story 5. The Game is a good movie, bro. The Game is the craziest movie I watched. And he drives a Beamer in it too. He drives an M4. And I think he's a trader, I think, to start. Or something. He trades, he runs something. Basically a trader though. Dark? TV series. I tried watching Breaking Bad. I watched like the first season, and then before that I watched Prison Break. I can't sit through a show though. With WW2, no, I haven't. I watched a trailer, but I want to watch Game of Thrones. That's what I actually want to watch next. Y'all watch Trailer Park Boys? You should watch that, Penzo. That's like Canada right there for you. Canadian show. All right, yo. Chat, our session stop loss is... I'm going to place it up here, man. 44.43. If that breaks, we'll call it a day, okay? Otherwise, you can still get ideas here. It's just very slow. Hasn't picked up like too crazy. So let's see. Still coming down though. So bye, brother. We're looking for I think only sells for the rest of the day, because my session stop loss is at 43. So if it goes up and breaks that structure, you could continue up for the day. So I wouldn't have any ideas after that. That'll be it. So yeah, I'm only looking for sells, which is if you break 27 or maybe below 37 without breaking 43. Didn't understand when you take trade. You gotta lock it in, brother. You gotta lock it in, man. How long you been here for? If it's your first day here, it's gonna take a couple days to get a decent understanding of what we do. Basically, I come onto the charts at 8 a.m. and I'm running all the plays. I'm drawing on all the different ideas I have that day. I'll use like mid time frame. And then whichever one aligns, that's when we'll start locking ideas in. Okay, so let's say we have 4 different ideas today, and it happens to be play number 2 that is forming. So I wouldn't even chase the markets. I'm letting the markets come to me. Right? I'm laying it all out, and whatever the market prints and fills in. Let's say it prints play number 2. I'll then would look at play number 2 and be okay, cool. Play number 2 looks like it's I'll figure out if it's a drive range or liquidity, and then it will give me X amount of plays under that play, right? It'll give me this play, this play, this play, and this play. And then now I'll wait for that small time to align too. Once that small time frame aligns, I'll be in, right? But right now, the next thing we're looking for is to see if we could continue down today. And how will we know if it continues down? That's once it breaks the blue zone. So I marked this blue zone up from like an hour ago. We're still in it. You can see we came very close to breaking. Still didn't break. So you want to see that break in order to get structure. Otherwise, this could still be the other plays that I drilled too. It could still be a push up, right? But I won't be here for that. So that's why like you'll see me like doing nothing, and all of a sudden we get close to ideas. Let's say we start breaking, and it's like, oh shit, chat, lock it in. We might get some ideas now. And then that's when I'll get into my positions. But it's not like show up and then I'm drawing out what I think is going to happen, and then I'm taking a trade off of what I think is going to happen. It's like very like routino, if that's a word. But we're repeating the same thing almost every day. You've been 1 month, can't understand. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit more than 1 month. 1 month, like, you know, you can get like, you get a glimpse of it, but I think 8 months. You need to be here for 8 months at least. Or you get DVSO2, which will get you right to the answers, but you still gotta apply to work, right? But that's what, when you join DVSO2, you get my live calls, and then it will make more sense because we're looking at live charts now, and you can put pieces together. But 1 month, And if this strategy is totally new to you, it's gonna be tough. Because there's a lot to learn and pick up. All right, I think we're about to break here, chat. 40, 42. If that breaks, we'll call it a day, okay? No TP? You mean a session TP? I never thought about that. Session TP. Alright, peace out, Lip Pip. Damn, you about to reject here. Chat, still holding. Holding 42 still. Came close. There's a plot twist. I just entered a cell, bruh. Got you, man. I'm low-key tired of waiting. I'm gonna gamble for this day. Do as you will, man. The trade? Here, let me give you the timestamp, man. So, you see bottom right of my screen, there's a clock. The time. We took the trade at 9:52. 9:52. Alright? And it was wick entry sells. Go back 5 minutes or 10 minutes before that, and I think somewhere I mentioned that if we come up, when it was down here, I was like, this might be a long shot, chat, but if we come up, we can get wick entry sells. And then it came up. So then we got wick entry sells in that zone. 952, right? 952. So we had that idea there because this was just a constant drive with no pullback. And there was no liquidity in the way down. So they're likely, if you get a pullback, you'll get rejections. Because you're not just gonna come up, you'll create structure before coming up. And that's why right now, we're waiting for this range to break out because this becomes the new range. So you want this structure to break, right? Otherwise, like, you can go up, down, nothing much is gonna happen until it breaks. And then it could lead to a fake out or continuation. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much it today. Pablo Hustle, that sounds familiar. Do I know you? Pablo Hustle 18. That sounds mad familiar. All right, chat. Might be breaking here. 42.90. Thanks for the sub. All right, chat. GG's. Wow, we actually didn't break the Palooza. Like, how far was that? 15 pips. All right, chat, I'm done for the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we'll be here tomorrow. You have news. You have a bit of news. You have 8:30 unemployment claims. So orange folders then, and then Friday is NFP. So we'll be here for that. All right, y'all. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out. Thanks for all the likes today. See you tomorrow. Peace, peace. Peace out, Diva someone. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
To put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination. First in the beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black looking like choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model.
Black and rich don't lie. Black and rich don't lie.
The money counter ding, it's so exciting. Summertime, Winterfell, I'm the night king, the Colgate kilo. The hood needs whitening, we fish scale niggas. Like we all Pisces, your bitch in my bubble. Like I'm still typing, she hoping that you let her go. Like a kite string, your eco-friendly jewelers. You keep recycling, Cartier bust downs. Just not my thing to be in the center of that left and right wing. The only time you'll ever see me next to Breitling. Wonder where they started from, the facts are frightening. Richard Price Flame gave birth to pipe dreams, now we here. Beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black looking like choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model.
Black and rich don't lie. Black and rich don't lie. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line.
I'm on love, I wouldn't believe it either. I be like Jay-Z's a cheater, I wouldn't listen to reason either. All I know is he's a felon. How is he selling? We the Khalifa brothers, deep down I believe you love us. Feast your eyes, the piece unique is sapphire. Rappers liars, I don't do satire. Neither I nor my wrist move mockingly. Y'all spend real money on fake watches, shockingly. They put me on lists with these niggas inexplicably. I put your mansion on my wall, are you shitting me? I blew bird money, y'all talking Twitter feed. We got different sob stories, save your soliloquies. They like if Big was alive, Ho wouldn't be in this position. If Big had survived, y'all would've got the commission. Hov was gonna always be Hov. It was the universe will, cause Allah said so. And now I'm here.
Beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black looking like choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model.
Black and rich don't lie.